Well, howdy, 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 everybody. And, oh, I gotta get you guys in frame. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ka-ching! There, now I feel better. Anyway, it is July 25th, 2018. It is Wednesday afternoon, 4:45 p.m. It is overcast today, and let's do the weather real quick. Okay. 87 degrees, feels like 96. The high today will be 90, the low will be 74. We only have a 20% chance of participation. Humidity is at 67. The wind is at 8 miles per hour from the south. The air quality is good at 36. The sunrise was at 6:51. The sunset is at 8:35. So that's not bad at all. And then tomorrow, we have just a 20% chance of participation. So that'll be good. That'll be good, good, good. So, try to turn this a little bit. Real fast, I'm going to show you guys the hats that I've gotten completed for this week. And then we'll go on to the normal chit-chat. So, I got this infant hat done for donation. The little thingies. So that's one. I only got 4 hats done this week. So, and I got this one done. This is a large adult. You see the fuzzy brim. And yeah, this is some of that lovely homespun. So, you guys know how much I love my homespun. So, there's that one. And then I made this medium-sized adult, which of course is, well, I'm not going to say it's for a woman, because, you know, if a guy wanted to wear it, then you rock it, man. So, anyway, so there's this one that I got finished. And then this one I just finished last night. Little rose button on it. It's an infant hat. You know, so, yep. That one's finished. So, those are the 4 that I got done for this week. Now I have to find my cheat sheet. You guys know I have to do a cheat sheet. Okay. So, yesterday, of course, I loomed. You guys saw that. I gotta adjust this a little bit. I got this really, okay. There. Me and Brady Teresa. Okay. I loom knitted, and I made goulash for dinner, and then I watched a live stream of my friend Vicky. Her channel name is Finding Vicky on here, and then Vicky Pinard on Facebook, and her and her husband were doing a live stream of their paparazzi jewelry, which I did not, when Vicky first told me about this jewelry, I thought, okay, yeah, but I have really fallen in love with it, and I'm going to put myself on a little bit of a budget. I think I got 4 pieces last night. But they were just some beautiful pieces, and I really wanted to get a couple more. Especially, I bought, if you guys watched yesterday's video, and I had the ring, silver ring necklace. I really wanted to come in gold also, and I really, want the gold. But, I already bought 4 pieces, so I'm like, just simmer down, woman. But anyway, this is one of the jewelry pieces, and I'm wearing it today. And of course, it matches my dress. I call this my house dress, So anyway, I did have fun watching that and stuff. And then I finished loom knitting, visited with Mr. Heidi, and always we always enjoy spending time together. And in a typical evening in our household will be that usually I let him have the TV, because I have access to the TV a lot more than he does, right? So because once he goes to bed, then I'll watch the TV and stuff. I can watch Netflix on my laptop, which I do, And, but, so I'll have the headphones on, so we're in the same room watching Netflix. I don't want to, have it be where he's having a hard time hearing his program. And, but, he'll do this if he wants me to pause my stuff. So if he wants to talk to me and, I'll kind of wave at him and stuff, I'll take my headphones off and look at him and wave at him, and he knows I want to say something. Well, we'll do that, every so often, pretty periodically, because, we'll think of something we want to tell each other or whatever. So that's a typical night in our household. Usually I will pick to do my loom knitting and stuff while he is up, while he's awake and stuff, because I can go in the art studio / creative space, which is our front room, our front bedroom, anytime. So that's typical evening. But I did go in after he went to bed, and I did go in and I did set up my sewing machine, my new one. And I have to say I really am liking it. I really do like it. I like how they've set up. They made threading your machine even easier, which I didn't think was possible. And the LED light, it really lights up a bigger area than I'm used to with sewing machine. And it seemed to be a very nice machine. And so I messed with it some. I didn't want to get really sewing a whole lot because I've got to cut a bunch of fabric and yada. So, and it was getting late at night. So, I'm already up till 5 a.m. usually, so I don't need to make it where I'm up even later. And I don't want to go in there and sew when I'm really tired, because years ago, you guys have heard the story about how I sewed through my fingernail. It was 4 lovely stitches, but I really don't want to do that again. So, I have the thread and the needle, and yeah. But I did do a little bit of painting also. I will have a few pieces to show you guys finally this Friday. Still not real happy with that one painting, but I'm just going to leave it be. And I've got a couple pours that I've done. I don't know if I'll pour tonight or not. I might. I'm not sure. But we'll see. So, update on Brad's feet. His feet are feeling better. I've been using my little battery-operated pet egg, with the sander on it and stuff. Of course, I've been shaving down some of those calluses. And a lot of times I just give him a good foot massage at night. That seems to really help. Of course, with diabetics and stuff, circulation is always a problem. So, it's almost like those nerves in the neuropathy, they're misfiring and everything, and it caused that pain. Once he finally takes his socks off, his diabetic socks, and it's causing this pain and stuff. So a lot of times, if I rub his feet, then especially with some liniment, it really seems to help and stuff. And I don't mind that at all. Sometimes we'll sit and I'll pull a chair up, and he's in a recliner, and I'll be rubbing his feet, and then he rubs mine. So, so I just want to give an update on that. Back still killing him. But we're just doing what we can. One of the things I think is helping him some, somebody asked for us to show the hemp oil. I've shown it before, the capsules that we're taking, and you might think it's not really helping, and I'm sure it doesn't probably help everybody. It does us. I know other people that it does, but you're just going to have to kind of, we get ours from Amazon. You're just going to have to kind of look at what, but look at what you think might be good for you. We've also done the oil in the, in the oil form, which is, so, one of the things I'm doing is giving him 2 of the hemp oil at night. He takes 1 in the morning and then 2 at night, and that seems to be helping with sleeping and a little bit more reduction of pain. So, my legs seem to be infected. I got bitten by something outside. You guys know I fight this every summer anyway. I got bitten pretty bad by something, and then, because of the edema anyway, it made some open sores, which, I'm fighting because a few of them are infected, and yes, I'm keeping a close eye on them. I'm not too awfully concerned because I still am on a maintenance dose of antibiotics because of the bladder infection. So, and I'm doing the peroxide and all of that, and the silvers, whatever that, they use even on chemo patients and stuff. So, what I can do? Oh, I am going to loom today because I have to take water pills because I'm very swollen. And so you can't really get involved with being in the art studio painting or being in there sewing because I got to run out every 5-10 minutes and run down to take care of business. So that's okay though. I'll watch some Netflix and stuff. I'm going to call you, Linda, as soon as I get done doing this video, and I'm going to go eat something because I haven't eaten anything. Then I'm calling you, so buckle up. But we're having breakfast burritos tonight. That's what Mr. Heidi wanted. And we'll put like green pepper and onion and sausage in with it and the eggs. And then I'm going to make some Spanish rice. And, we'll have that with it. And one of the things we'll talk about is you guys may wonder who does the cooking in our house. Because sometimes you see Mr. Heidi cooking. Sometimes you hear of me cooking. We kind of share. Brad, one of the things is he likes to, not always, but one of the things that's kind of relaxing to him when he gets home is to cook. And if it's a night that he wants to cook or something, because he already said to me when I talked to him on the phone, he said, well, if your legs are bothering you, I'll cook dinner. And I'm like, well, we kind of go back and forth. But one of the things is, number one, the kitchen's big enough that we can both cook in it, and we really enjoy that. So if I know he's going to cook, what I will do is one of the things he doesn't, I don't know if he hates doing it or not, but he seems to like it when I do it, is I do all the prep work. I cut up everything and get stuff ready for him. So we just happen to work really well together, and cooking together is one of the things we enjoy. So it's kind of a half and half anymore. Depends on how late he's working now. Like, when he's working until 6, then a lot of times, yeah, he cooks. And he'll tell me, I want to cook da-da-da-da when I get home. Or if he's working till, later, till closing time, then, it all depends. Now, if he's working past 10, I automatically cook. But we have a later dinner hour, and we can do that because we, aren't raising kids anymore or anything. And so we normally don't eat until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night anyway. Who just dinged me? Oh, tell me I have time to take my medications. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that one of the things that we're going to kind of talk about is, what are your excuses? Now you may be going, what do you mean? What are your excuses for not exercising? Because I got a million of them. And I'm not pointing a finger at anybody, because I got a million of them myself. And I sit here and I think, what are my excuses? Well, one of them normally is typically, it's the opposite of what it was like in Wyoming. In Wyoming and stuff, in probably any cold weather area, summertime means that's when you're out and you're being more active. Kind of the opposite here in Florida, at least for us, because it's so humid, and especially this year, it's been a lot of rain. But it's it's the heat. Everybody tends to not exercise as much, or at least people we know. So, but then that's really not an excuse because I'm indoors. We have 3 window units in this trailer, and so it's comfortable. It's comfortable. So it's really not an excuse. I could say I don't have time. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse at all. I don't work outside the home. We're not raising kids or anything. The dogs are pretty low maintenance, actually. So I can't use that. I can say, well, I'm so busy with. Really? Now, back to the time issue. I could say I don't have time, but any given time, except for when I'm doing a video with you guys, or I'm talking with my husband, I will be watching something on the laptop or on the TV, and I usually have my wonderful Amazon Fire tablet, which was on sale for $35. I think they raised it to $50 now, but still very well worth it. But I usually have this in my hand, and I'm playing a game, one of the Facebook games. So that's really not an excuse. I mean, I could play that game and use the peddler. What other excuse can I use? Well, I don't feel like it. I don't feel good. Well, unless I've got the super poops, which, yes, I said that. That's just a reality. Or I've had to take water pills, which I don't have to every day. I don't really have an excuse. I don't really have an excuse. Now, the only legitimate excuse I can use besides legitimate excuse of super poops or of just taking my water pills, which in both of those cases, if I wait a while, if I take some of my anti-diarrhea tablets, or if I wait till the water pills have done their magic and stuff, I don't really have an excuse unless my asthma is really acting up that day. And some days it does. Even with Brad. The warmer weather with humidity, and we have so much stuff growing here, and we have noticed the difference between living down in Panacea and now living down on the bay itself. And then living here, there's more actual vegetation here. So, we have had a little bit of some allergies going on, both of us, and asthma. Now, Brad doesn't actually get a Preble. For him, he doesn't even talk to the doctor about his. We share mine. And that's just, I'm just being real about it, okay? Let's be real, And if it gets real bad, we take a breathing treatment. So, again, I can wait until I take a breathing treatment, and then I could exercise. So, I have no excuse. I really don't, except for a typical, I wasn't raised in a house where exercise and stuff was important. And even if I say, well, I'm not really dieting, I'm mainly trying to watch my carbs, however ineffective it may be at times, at least an effort is better than not caring at all, right? I mean, and yeah, slowly losing a bit of weight and stuff. But if not exercising, I kind of get in this mindset of I'm only going to exercise if I'm really, buckling down hard and I'm just super restricting my food intake and stuff. And I don't just have the gumption I used to have for that when I lost all that weight before. That was way before. So, totally different person, totally different age, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, that was like 20 years ago, so please, I'm 54 now. So, I need to just exercise because it's good for my joints. It's good for helping with the edema, and it just makes me feel better. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to act like I'm just going to go run a 4K all of a sudden or something. I'm going to use my little peddler in here that my friend got me, and I am going to do some of the seated chair exercises. You can find all different kinds of them here on YouTube. I'm just going to do some of that, you know. And, you know, because any movement is better than no movement. So, you know, I just wanted to talk about that. Let's be real. Let's be real. Whether or not you want to exercise is up to you. I am not I don't want to judge on that. I think I really massively, and I hope it shows, but I find that I am not near as judgmental as I used to be. And everybody changes, and hopefully you change for the better, and we always are trying to improve ourselves. And I used to be very judgmental on certain things, I find. And also, as you age, it's like the fight has gone out of me. I just want peace. I want peace. And if you're not going to come, you know, sometimes you're friends with somebody, and then for whatever reason, you stop being friends, and then you kind of come back together. And maybe you don't even discuss what happened, because maybe both of you find you really don't need to, but you kind of genuinely like that person. Obviously, if you're going to be friends again, it's all good. Or if you never can come to a meeting of the mind, the thing I think you can do, the most respectful thing, is just to leave each other alone. And that goes for family. Whether, you know, we have recently been able to beautifully and ironically reconnect with a few family members. You know, you kind of pick and choose the ones that you want in your life still, and the ones you just never want to deal with again. You know. It's like, I'll be respectful to you, you'll be respectful to me, but we're not going to act like we're a happy family. You know. Like on that family tree, you need to go way out on this limb, and I'll go way out on that limb, and it's all good. You know, we'll ignore each other. And that's the way, you know, I think, I used to try and fix a fractured family, and you just can't. You know. If you're the only one applying glue and trying to hold those pieces together, or in your mind maybe you think you're applying the glue and trying to hold the pieces together, but maybe ironically all you're doing is fracturing and shattering more. You know. So anyway, I find that I feel much more at peace in my life now today than I probably ever have. I feel happier than I have probably ever. Is our life perfect? No. But is anybody's life perfect? No. And I think too, when you end up losing, whether it's family members or friends, especially when it's unexpected, even when it's expected, I think it kind of changes you. You kind of decide on what is important in your life and what is not important in your life, and maybe that little petty stuff isn't important in your life. It really hit me hard when Ragged 07 died. I really loved that lady. Had a lot of respect for that lady. I liked how I liked her humor. I liked her talent. I just thought she was a beautiful soul, a true warrior. So that hit hard. And then when our friend Bob just recently passed away. Both of those were just tragic, unforeseen accidents. And it's like, you know, the petty stuff doesn't seem important. You know, the petty stuff. I mean, so anyway, I just try and tell you guys kind of my mindset and stuff. You know, which I know a lot of times can be very different than everybody else's because, you know, I do have Asperger's. It runs in my family. Like I said, I have a grandson who also has it. I've had people, you know, elders that have had it, and even though theirs wasn't really diagnosed, it's like my grandson and I, we're like the polar opposites of the Asperger's on as far as the emotional, you know, I can't remember the specific. I think his is neural deficit and mine is neural something. But anyway, it's like I used to, especially when I was younger, like overreact and and uh, over emotional, and that you know, that's all kind of calmed down. I mean, you could say something to me and I could just bust out crying and stuff. Now my grandson is the total opposite, where he a lot of times doesn't have any reaction, doesn't have any emotion. It's not that he doesn't care and love. He has a great difficulty showing it. He has a great difficulty, sorry, that was Linda calling, I'll call in just a second. He has a great difficulty, showing it. And stuff. We are the polar opposite and stuff. So, you know, just the way it is. There's different degrees and stuff of it, of course. So, I don't know. I just kind of got off on left field. You guys kind of know that. Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so much. And I think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow's story time. So, we'll do that. So, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.